Welcome back to Old Coins Explorer, where we explore the fascinating world of old coins, rare coins, mint errors, and valuable pieces that collectors search for around the world. Today, we are taking a close look at the 1998 P. Washington quarter, a United States quarter that can look completely ordinary at first glance, but becomes much more interesting when you examine its date, mint mark, condition, and possible mint-made errors. The letter P tells us that this quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and the 1998 issue belongs to the final years of the classic Washington quarter design before the famous state quarters program began in 1999. With almost 896 million 1998 P quarters produced, the normal coin is not considered rare simply because it has the P mint mark. However, exceptionally high-grade examples and genuine mint errors can be much more desirable to collectors. In this video, we are going to separate the real facts from the viral claims and explain what makes a 1998 P. Washington quarter interesting, collectible, or potentially valuable. So, if you have one of these quarters in your collection or even in your pocket change, stay with us because you may be looking at a coin that deserves a much closer examination. Basic identification and specifications. The 1998 P. Washington quarter is a standard United States quarter-dollar coin featuring George Washington on the obverse and the traditional eagle design on the reverse. The obverse includes the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date 1998, while the reverse carries United States of America, quarter dollar, and E pluribus unum. The small P mint mark appears on the obverse beneath Washington's neck and identifies Philadelphia as the minting facility. The normal coin has a diameter of about 24.30 millimeters and a standard weight of approximately 5.67 grams. It is made from copper nickel-clad material rather than the 90% silver composition found on many older Washington quarters. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 896,268,000 examples of the 1998 P issue, which means an ordinary circulated example is generally common. However, collectors pay much more attention to coins that have exceptional surfaces, strong strikes, very high certified grades, or genuine mint errors. Therefore, simply finding the P mint mark is not enough to make the coin rare. The real question is what condition the coin is in and whether it contains a legitimate feature created during the minting process. Is the 1998 P quarter actually valuable? This is where the viral stories about the 1998 P Washington quarter need to be examined carefully. Most circulated examples are not worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, and collectors should be cautious whenever a video claims that every 1998 P quarter is a valuable rarity. The real value can increase significantly when a coin is in exceptional condition or has a genuine and dramatic mint error. Professional auction records show that high-grade examples can bring substantial premiums. For example, PCGS records a 1998 P. Washington quarter graded MS-66 that sold for $1,440 in 2024. That price was achieved by an exceptionally graded certified coin and should not be interpreted as the value of every 1998 P quarter. A normal circulated coin with scratches, wear, and contact marks is in a completely different category from a professionally graded high-end mint state example. Collectors should also be careful with alleged double dies because ordinary machine doubling, die deterioration, scratches, and post-mint damage can sometimes look like valuable doubling. If your coin appears unusual, do not clean or polish it, because cleaning can damage its collector value. Instead, examine it under good lighting, check its weight and appearance, take clear photographs, and compare the unusual feature with reliable numismatic references. The most important lesson is that the 1998 P date and mint mark alone do not make the coin rare, but an exceptional grade or authenticated mint error can potentially make the same coin much more interesting and valuable. Now let's discuss value realistically, because this is where viral coin videos can sometimes create unrealistic expectations. The majority of ordinary circulated 1998 P Washington quarters are not worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. A current Coin World value table lists the 1998 P copper nickel-clad quarter at relatively modest amounts across many circulated grades, with higher values appearing as condition improves. Another current reference, USA Coin Book, lists an estimated value of about $8.64 or more for an uncirculated MS-level example, while ordinary circulated pieces are generally much less significant. Online price guides can differ considerably because they may use different market data, grades, sales, and assumptions. For example, price charting currently shows a much higher range for certain high-grade 1998p examples, but those figures should not be interpreted as a guaranteed price for every raw coin. The real market price of an individual coin depends on condition, certification, IAPL, variety, error status, and the exact venue where it is sold. A circulated quarter with scratches is completely different from a professionally graded MS-66 or MS-67 example. Likewise, a genuine major mint error is a completely different category from an ordinary coin with damage. So if you own a 1998p quarter, do not panic if it is only worth face value, and do not celebrate a $1,000 valuation until the evidence supports it. If you think you have an interesting 1998p quarter, the first step is to examine it carefully under good lighting. Start with the date and confirm that the coin actually says 1998, then locate the P mint mark beneath Washington's neck. Next, inspect both sides for unusual features such as an obvious off-center strike, missing design elements, an unusually broad shape, a clipped edge, or evidence of multiple strikes. Use a magnifying glass if necessary, but remember that magnification can make normal marks appear much more dramatic than they really are. Do not clean the coin with chemicals, polish, toothpaste, metal cleaner, or abrasive materials, because cleaning can permanently reduce collector appeal. You should also weigh the coin with a reasonably accurate digital scale and compare the result with the standard 5.67 gram specification. A difference in weight alone does not prove an error because damaged coins, worn coins, environmental contamination, and scale inaccuracies can also create differences. If the coin appears to have a serious mint error, professional authentication becomes much more important. Third-party grading companies such as PCGS and NGC provide professional authentication and grading services, and NGC also maintains a recognized variety reference for Washington quarters. The goal is not to find a reason to call every unusual mark an error. The goal is to prove whether the unusual feature was actually created during the mint's manufacturing process. The difference between a rare coin and a viral coin. There is one rule every new coin collector should remember. Viral does not automatically mean valuable. Social media videos often use headlines such as, "Check your change," or "This quarter is worth thousands," because dramatic titles attract attention. Sometimes those videos are based on real varieties or genuine errors, but sometimes the information is exaggerated or applies only to an extremely rare condition. The 1998p Washington quarter is a perfect example because nearly 900 million were produced at Philadelphia. That enormous mintage makes the normal example common, but it does not mean every 1998p quarter is worthless. A coin can become collectible because of exceptional preservation, a dramatic mint error, a recognized variety, or an impressive certified grade. The strongest evidence comes from professional references, certified populations, and documented auction results rather than screenshots from social media. For instance, the PCGS auction record demonstrates that an exceptionally graded 1998p can command a four-figure price, while the same date, in ordinary circulated condition, can remain close to face value. This enormous difference is exactly why collectors should learn grading and authentication instead of relying only on viral claims. If your coin is genuinely unusual, that is where the exciting part begins, because you may have discovered something worth researching further. Final verdict. Is your 1998p Washington quarter valuable? So, what is the final verdict on the 1998p Washington quarter? The first and most honest answer is that the normal coin is common because Philadelphia produced 896,268,000 examples in 1998. Its standard specifications are approximately 24.30 millimeters, 5.67 grams, and copper-nickel-clad construction over a copper core. It is historically interesting because 1998 was the final year of the traditional Washington quarter eagle reverse before the state quarters program began in 1999. The coin becomes much more exciting when it is found in exceptional mint state condition or with a genuine, significant mint error. A documented PCGS auction record shows a 1998 PMS66 reaching $1,440, proving that exceptional examples can indeed bring serious collector money. But that result should never be used to claim that every 1998 P quarter is worth $1,440. If your coin is circulated and ordinary, its value may be close to face value, while a high-grade or authenticated error example can be dramatically different. The best strategy is to preserve the coin as found, avoid cleaning it, document its condition with clear photographs, and seek expert attribution if you see something genuinely unusual. And remember, the most valuable thing you can discover in coin collecting is not always a huge price tag. It is learning how to recognize the difference between an ordinary coin and a truly exceptional one. If you enjoyed this investigation, make sure to subscribe to Old Coins Explorer because more old coins, rare varieties, mint errors, values, and collecting mysteries are coming in our end.